was heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Comic Culture, the only show that can actually understand the Kingdom Hearts storyline. I'm your host Preston, and today is our E3 special. This was going to be a little earlier, because I thought E3 was going to be this week, but no, it was last week. So we have a lot of news to get through because I was unprepared for a lot of it. I was able to catch some of the live conferences, which were really good. Some were better than others, but we're not going to talk about that right now because this whole episode is about E3. We're not going to be obviously, you guys know about some of the announcements that happened. We're just going to be talking about my favorite announcements and what that's going to mean and why I'm excited about it. So, let's get started with the big one for me, Kingdom Hearts. So, Kingdom Hearts 3 finally got a release date for next year of January 29th, 2019 to be more specific, which is really disappointing because last I checked, I think they said the game was going to be coming out 2018. They just weren't set on a specific month or day yet. And now we found it's going to be coming out 2019. And I was kind of hoping Square Enix is going to pull a Bethesda, a Fallout, if you will, by just saying, hey, the game that you guys are really excited for, it's actually coming out really soon. But no, it's actually coming out farther than we expected. But release date aside, we actually got to see some gameplay of some new worlds, one of them being Frozen, which isn't too surprising since the director of the game has stated that he is interested in adding Frozen to the game, even made some tweets about how he really liked the movie, and plus, it's Frozen. How is it not going to be in the game? Tangled, we got a little bit more gameplay footage there, and in fact some interactions with the NPCs, which I think is really cool, because having NPCs in the Kingdom Hearts worlds or levels, if you will, makes them actually feel like you're going to a different world. I really hated in both the Kingdom Hearts games actually, when you go to the worlds and the only thing there were just your party members and the Heartless. The only time you see NPCs is Traverse Town and at the end of Agrabah for like a second. And I think that's because Traverse Town has those NPCs, it's many Kingdom Hearts fans' favorite world because of that. So I'm very happy to see that adding NPCs to more of the worlds. We also got to see Ratatouille as a summon, as well as a Fire Simba and Wreck-It Ralph. So yeah, the summons I think are going to be much cooler this time around. I really enjoyed the summons in the first game. The best ones, of course, were like Tinkerbell and the Genie. The other ones, like Bambi and Dumbo, were fine, but I don't think people just like, oh yeah, thank goodness I summoned Bambi. The ones in 2 were really hit and miss. I think everyone really liked the Stitch one, but the ones like Peter Pan and Chicken Little, those ones were fine. I don't think anybody was like saying like, oh, I hope they bring back those summons. This time around, they look very I don't know how to explain it. They look more detailed and they look like they're going to last longer and actually have an impact. They're not going to be here for 30 seconds and just do basic damage. If you're going to summon them, it's going to be for a good reason and you're going to be happy you summoned them. We also got to see Pirates. That's right, Pirates of the Caribbean, or Caribbean if you want to be one of those people, is coming back to Kingdom Hearts. And as expected, it's going to be following the plot line of Pirates 2, Dead Man's Chest. I say that with uncertainty because in the trailer you see the pirate ship in the middle of the desert, and I kind of feel like that was in Pirates 3. For all we know, it could be a combination of the two. I'm really excited because the graphics in the Pirates world look amazing. The pirate models like Jack Sparrow and Will Turner and even Gibbs, they look spot on. So I'm really excited to see what Davy Jones is going to look like in the game too. He's going to be a really cool boss. That's all I really have to say on Kingdom Hearts. I know there's this collector's edition of the sorts that's going to be coming out. One of them is going to have these little action figures of Sora, Donald, and Goofy as they are in the Toy Story world. and there is this. Well, I'm gonna shoot up right now. Boom! This PlayStation 4 with keyblades etched into it. That's pretty cool too. It's gonna be a PS4 bundle. So if you don't have a PS4 and you really want Kingdom Hearts, Nick, you should totally definitely get that one. It's gonna be really cool, I think. Enough about Kingdom Hearts. Let's talk about the Rocksteady Superman video game. It wasn't there, which is really disappointing because there was all this hype and all these rumors and whispers of Rocksteady was finally going to debut that Superman game that's in. I don't want to say it's been in development, but it's been heavily implied and rumored. The rumor always goes they're either going to make a Superman video game or a Suicide Squad video game. I think I would much rather have a Superman video game by Rocksteady. The Batman series is great, and having them tackle Superman would be amazing. I really thought they were gonna have a premiere, not a trailer, at least have a motion, not gameplay, just an announcement at Arkham when back at the Spike Lee's Video Game Awards or the VGAs, when those were still a thing. They had the trailer for Arkham City, and all it was like a minute and a half of pre-rendered graphics of Joker laughing. I was really expecting they'd do something like that, or even just the Superman symbol, especially after we got that leak list of what the Superman video game is going to have in it. And that rumored Game Informer cover was really hoping we'd get something, but hey, there was a lot of stuff that was missing from E3 that we'll probably get later at maybe Comic-Con or maybe even this December for another. Do they still do VGAs? I know there's some sort of video game award show, but it's not the Spike Lee one with the host and those weird sketches, right? Those things were awful, and I missed them. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll probably debut something along those lines, along either July or December, if the game is actually happening. Because like I said, there was some MIA games at E3, like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Mortal Kombat 11. Here, we're going to be talking about the weird games. Games that really stand out for how bizarre they are. And the two that come to my mind are the Gears of War Funko Pop game. And let's talk about the Gears of War Funko Pop game first. It's such an odd combination of Funko Pops, which are the most kid-friendly thing, and Gears of War, which is the most hardcore bro video game out there. The last Gears of War game I played was 2. I have 3, but I didn't finish it. I keep telling myself I should really play it to see, just finally check it out, but I've never gotten around to it. I like the first 2 Gear games, but 3 and that prequel whatever thing with Baird and Coltrane, I didn't check that out. And I think there was a 4. Yeah, I didn't check. It all just meshed together, So I'm really glad to see they're trying something new. It's going to be a mobile game, which I'm not the biggest fan of mobile games, and I think it's going to be like an RTS real-time strategy game. Depending on price, I might check it out. If it's just like a free, fun download for your iPad, sure, why not? It's something different. I like Gears, and as you can tell from the show, I love Funko Pops. So yeah, let's do it. The other weird game everybody's talking about is Jump Force, which is this fighting game where you're gonna have Dragon Ball characters and One Piece and all those kinds of characters all in one game. And of course, Light Yagami and Ryuk from Death Note. Not that Death Note. There we go, that one. So everyone's really interested to see what this is. I'm guessing they don't remember the other Jump games. There've been other anime crossover games before, and I think the one I saw, it's in my GameStop, and I keep seeing it because I see that it has Joseph Joestar and Jonathan Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and a couple of characters from Assassin Classroom. I'm just like, no way. That's pretty Kodo Sensei's in this game. I want to check it out, but it's a big arena fighter, and I didn't know half the cast, so I'm presuming this game is going to be similar to that. It's this big arena fighter. I hope we get to see a gameplay trailer soon. I especially want to see Light's gameplay, just because I feel like he's going to be like the Pokemon trainer, where he's just going to be commanding Ryuk, because I don't know how this guy is going to be, fighting the likes of Goku, or One Piece, or hopefully some JoJo characters. That would be awesome. Please put in like Jotaro or Dio or even Josuke, the best JoJo, right next to Joseph. Wow, this is becoming a JoJo video, isn't it? No, it's not, because we're moving on to the next piece of news right now. The other interesting game was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's right, Assassin's Creed is back, except this time it's set in ancient Greece. And I'm excited. I love the God of War games. If you watch my God of War Let's Play, you know I love the Greek mythology aspect that for video games. I think it's really interesting to do and a fun idea. I'm really interested just because the last couple of Assassin's Creed games haven't really been that great. The titles are just boggling my mind right now, but I love Black Flag. I even like 3. I know some people hated 3. I really liked 3. But the one set in France, I completed that game. I have no idea what I did in that game. It was so forgettable. I have even cracked open the one that's in Britain, and I didn't even buy the one in Egypt. The series has just... I lost interest in it, but this trailer really got me back into the groove of things. I really like the setting of ancient Greece. The AI NPCs look really interesting. Combat, I'm sure it's going to be like Assassin's Creed. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm sure it's going to be very smooth. But yeah, this game actually has me interested in another Assassin's Creed game. So, good job, Ubisoft. Good job. I'm still not going to subscribe to Uplay, though. Now let's talk about the game everyone was blown away by at this E3. That's right, Super Smash Brothers. We'll talk about Spider-Man in a little bit, but yeah, every Smash character ever. That's quite the feat. I just got my Nintendo Switch. I didn't have a Wii U, so I missed out on a lot of the characters from the last Smash Brothers, like Bayonetta, Ryu. I'm just naming the DLC characters, but still, Duck Hunt Dog. So I'm really excited to, finally be able to play those characters on my Switch. Plus, we're also going to get new characters like the Inklings, who we already knew about, and Ridley from Metroid. How long have people been asking for that? How many memes have been born because of people's want for Ridley to be in these games? And now it's finally here. I know every Smash character ever is, a large order for the game. I'm still hoping, though, we get some new characters, too. I know we're getting, like, the Inklings and Ridley, like I just said, but I'm hoping we get more than just those two, I want to put up the two. There we go. Still getting used to this. I know there's been some talk between I think it's Bandai who owns Banjo and Kazooie. There's been talks between them and the Smash Brothers team about like, hey, we wouldn't mind to have Banjo and Kazooie in the Smash game. And they've actually responded back saying like, oh, we would love to have them in the game. So they're both obviously interested, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see Banjo and Kazooie in this new Smash Brothers game. I mean, we have Snake, we have Sonic, Bayonetta. Anything is possible in Smash. So yeah, can't wait to play it. I can't wait to do 8 versus 8 with my friends. I really hope we get more information, just because I kind of feel I feel like every character ever is going to be what they're pushing, but I hope there's more to reveal. Like, heck, maybe they'll do every stage ever, something like that. Make this like the ultimate Smash experience. Because even though I didn't play it, I feel like the Wii U one was kind of lacking, especially after it came out after Brawl. The gameplay mechanics were fine from what I've played at friends' houses, but didn't have Subspace Emissary, didn't have the classic Nintendo games on it, and the trophy collection. So I really hope this is the complete package of Smash. Now, let's talk about my man, the amazing, the spectacular, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That gameplay was awesome. Okay? What else do you have to say? Did some of it look like Arkham Asylum, Arkham City? Yes, it did. But so did the amazing Spider-Man 1 video game. And that was fine. This seems to be more fluid, more responsive. This seems like it's going to be the perfect Spider-Man game. And it's even got a great rogues gallery. I like Mr. Negative. He's a fine comic book character. I just really hope they weren't going to be pushing lesser known Spider-Man villains. I mean, I like them. I'd like to see them in the game. I'd like to see some familiar faces too. And that trailer did it by delivering the Sinister Six of all people. We've got Electro, Vulture, Rhino, Scorpion, and Mr. Negative, and we don't know who the sixth person is. That's still a mystery. I've heard people say it's Dr. Octopus or the Green Goblin. I'm kind of leaning towards Dr. Octopus just because there have been talks about like how this is all the work of some master planner. I think I'm either thinking of this game or Homecoming 2 rumors. But I feel like they're gonna do Dr. Octopus, but have him be in the shadows like his classic The Master Planner. They've already given us some hints saying there's going to be a lot more characters in the game, such as Shocker. Except Shocker is going to be side quest material, as he should be. And there will be no symbiotes, which is fine. I love the symbiotes, but they've had their fair share of games like the Spider-Man on PS1 and Spider-Man Web of Shadows and Spider-Man 3. And see, they've had plenty of chances. Let's see what these guys can do with just a normal Spider-Man game. No extraterrestrial symbiotes or anything like that. The other big thing from this conference, that's all I really have to say about Spider-Man. It looks amazing. I am going to be getting this day one. Okay? Love Spider-Man. The game looks amazing. And I'm sure, and they said there's going to be no loading screens in the game. But there's going to be a fast travel system of Spider-Man using the subway. So I kind of feel like they're going to do that thing from the old Tony Hawk games that bragged about having no loading screens by disguising them, with the subway or traffic and stuff like that. So that's all I have to say about Spider-Man. Let's go to one of my favorite parts of the show, the conference I actually saw from beginning to end, Bethesda. Todd Howard's the man. That's all I want to say. Because, one, Fallout 76 looks amazing. I'm one of the few people, I don't want to say few, I know there's a lot of us, but I also see a lot of hate for Fallout 4. I really enjoy Fallout 4. Yeah, it was buggy, so was 3, and Fallout 3 is one of my favorite video games of all time. Okay? You gotta look past the rust and see the beauty in the wasteland, okay, guys? So Fallout 76 looks really good. I was a little anxious about the online component just because I heard rumors about it and I feel like, it doesn't need online. I feel like some games were worsened by online, like Arkham Origins and that God of War game, Ascension, I believe. So if it's not needed, why add it? Well, from what Todd said, it sounds like it's actually going to be a fun addition. You're going to be able to loot and team up with your friends or fight your friends. So if you're teaming up with your friends, though, I feel like this might be saying goodbye to the companion system, which is like a staple of Fallout, which is going to suck. And it also raises a few more questions, like what happens when you die in Fallout and you're on an online server? Obviously, maybe your body goes back to the vault, but what about all your stuff? Do they get to loot it? Do you lose all your stuff? So there's still a lot more questions to say about the online component. I'm still glad there's still going to be a single-player component, just because I really don't want to buy a game that's going to be useless when the online servers are down. Like Mag, that game that was only online and it lasted for 5 months. Now what? If you have Mag, what are you going to play? You can't play it at all because it was purely online and the servers are down. I don't want to buy Fallout if I'm not gonna be playing it 15 years from now and the server is down. But I don't have to worry about that because it's still gonna be a single player campaign to it with a lot of cool goodies like actually firing nukes in the game and a lot of cool enemy designs like radioactive frogs and bats and I don't. No, there were no super mutants in the game just because the story is set. The Great War just happened, I think they said. It's really early in the Fallout history, so super mutants haven't been made yet by the FEV virus. So, cool. Then of course they went on to talk about the collector's edition, which I think I have every Fallout Collector's Edition that came out. I have the one for 3 that had the lunchbox. I have the one for New Vegas, which had the chip. And, of course, I have the one for 4, which had the Pip-Boy. So now, I get this one because it looks amazing. The glow-in-the-dark map of the world, I'm not really a big fan of the maps of video game worlds because you can just look at them online. I remember when I got Grand Theft Auto 4 that there was a map inside the case. That was fine. It was nice and optional, but I didn't read it. I just used the in-game map. I know Todd Howard really liked the fact that it glows in the dark. You could just see his boyish excitement in that video.
A map of the world that glows in the fucking dark.
The figures for the map look cool. I think they're much better than the map themselves, but we all know what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about that bad helmet. That's right. The power armor helmet that has all the cool little things, like it disguises your voice, and there were a couple other things. I just like the look. It looks like it's an exact replica of the one from in-game. That's the main reason I want to get the collector's edition. They also showed off, well, they didn't show off, they just announced Elder Scrolls 6, which is, I'm just glad it's not another Skyrim rendition. So, yay. So, yeah, I think when it comes to conferences, Bethesda really knocked out of the park. I know a lot of people are going to say Smash Brothers, every character ever, but what else did Nintendo do? They just announced Smash and a couple of Rabbids, I think that's how you call them, Rabbids games. The Mario Rabbids crossover. So not really much else. The other thing that kind of took me from a surprise that I really enjoyed was, 1, Resident Evil 2 remake looks awesome. Might pick that up. Want to see a little more from that. The name is slipping my tongue right now. I'm going to put it down here on the video if I can remember it. But it's this awesome looking game where you feel and it looks like you're playing a samurai movie. It's got the same feeling, aesthetic to it, and I'm not the biggest fan of the samurai genre. Like I enjoy the movies I have seen. I just haven't seen a lot of them. But this one, it looks amazing, and I feel like I'm going to be able to finally live out my Samurai Jack fantasies in this game. So I can't wait to see more about it, and I hope it really delivers just from that small preview we have. Because trust me, I've been disappointed by amazing E3 trailers before, haven't I? Watch Dogs. And that's all we have to say about E3 this year. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. What was some of your favorite E3 moments, E3 announcements, or gameplay you saw? Leave a like and subscribe to our channel, of course, and leave a comment too. This is Preston. Thank you for joining us for Comic Culture, the E3 special. I hope you have a electronically awesome day.
Like the breeze, country road.